Namaste and welcome to this evening wind down practice. We'll begin in our seated position, and if you'd like, you can grab a blanket to practice with. I'm sitting on the edge of mine, but in a moment I will use it to pad my knees when we come to kneeling. But first, let's find a comfortable seat. Allow the eyelids to close. Let's take 3 breaths together, inhaling through the nostrils, exhaling out of the mouth. Awesome. Twice more. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Let's make this next breath the deepest breath you've taken all day. And giving a sigh as you exhale. Letting go of your busy week, of your busy day. Letting go of anything that might be waiting for you on the other side of this practice. So that you can be here, completely present, with the breath, with the body, and with your practice. I invite you to lengthen and deepen your breath. If you're familiar with Ujjayi, ocean sounding breath, and you can use that to carry you throughout your practice. We'll allow the breath to move us as we begin with a gentle warm-up. So when you're ready, we'll blink open the eyes. We'll come into a seated cat and cow. So as you inhale, we'll bring the chest forward and we'll lift the gaze. And as you exhale, we'll round through the spine, the chin towards the chest. Twice more. Inhale to shine the heart space forward as you lift the gaze. And exhale, rounding through the spine. Again, chin towards chest. Last time. Inhale, calming forward. And exhale, rounding the spine. Beautiful. Your next inhale brings you back to center. Let's bring the right hand down to the mat. We'll inhale to lift the left arm and really reach the fingertips towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, we'll lean over to the right, feeling that stretch down the left side. We'll inhale through center, so we'll bring the left hand down, the right hand reaches. And as we exhale, we'll lean over to the left, feeling that stretch down the right side. We'll do that once more on both sides, so that right hand grounds as the left arm reaches. And as we exhale and lean to the right, we need to ground that left knee. Inhale to swap sides. Remember to reach up, find that length. And exhale, leaning to the left, grounding that right knee. This time, as you inhale, we bring both arms overhead. And as you exhale, we're going to twist to the right and then bring the hands down. So the left hand is on the right knee. The right hand is coming to the ground. We're going to look over that right shoulder and pause here for a couple of breaths. And we're not using our left hand to yank us deeper into this twist. This is an evening wind down. So slow and gentle movement. On your next inhale, we'll bring the body back to center. We'll sweep the arms up. Then we'll exhale to the other side. So twisting to the left. The right hand comes to the left knee. Left hand on the ground. As you look over your left shoulder. Beautiful. Your next inhale brings the body back to center, reaching the arms up. And as we exhale, we'll bring the arms down to the ground. From here, we'll come onto all fours. And as we come into our tabletop, if you wanted to use your blanket, to pad your knees, you are welcome to. So the wrists are underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips, roughly hips distance apart. We'll untuck the toes. As you inhale, we'll lower the belly and lift the gaze. And as you exhale, we'll tuck the tailbone around the spine so the shoulders come up towards the ceiling, chin towards chest. Flowing through our Marjari Asana, cat and cow, we'll inhale to lift the gaze. And exhale as we round through the spine. Beautiful. Last time. And if you'd like, you can go ahead and close your eyes. Exhale to round and really imagining the movement of each vertebrae in the spine. Your next inhale brings you back to tabletop. We're going to come into thread the needle. So you might be comfortable staying where you are, but in my body, I like to bring my toes together and widen my hips and widen my knees away from each other. It just feels more comfortable in my hips. So I'm going to leave the left hand where it is. I'm going to inhale to sweep the right arm out to the side. I'm going to follow with my gaze. And as I exhale, I'm going to bring the right arm underneath the left elbow bends, side of my head tapping the floor. Inhale to push into that left hand, come back through all fours, the right arm reaching up. And we'll exhale to thread that needle, the right arm underneath the left. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, pushing the left hand into the ground, sweeping the right arm up. And then we'll exhale, coming into the holding of this shape. So the left hand might stay where it is, or it might reach out in front of you. Another option is to take a bind to bring the left arm behind you. So the forearm is on the lower back. And you tuck the left fingertips around to the right hip. Let's take one last cycle of breath. And at the end of your exhale, releasing, we'll bring the left hand to the ground. As we inhale, we'll sweep the right arm up towards the ceiling. And then we'll exhale to bring that right hand back down. We'll inhale to lower the belly and lift the gaze. And then we'll exhale to bring the navel up towards the spine as we round through the shoulders. We'll inhale to return to that tabletop. And we'll sweep the left fingertips out to the side and up to the ceiling. And exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right, so just like we did on the other side. Inhale, pushing into that right hand, sweeping the left arm out to the side and up. And exhale, threading left arm underneath the right. Beautiful. One last time. Inhale as we find that length. And exhale, coming into the twist. Resting the side of the head on the earth. Keeping the right hand where it is, extending it out long. Or another option is to bring the right hand behind you, forearm at the lower back. And putting the right fingertips towards the left hip. One last cycle of breath. Beautiful. At the end of your exhale, let's bring the right hand back down to the ground if it was moved. We'll inhale to push into the right hand, sweep the left arm up, and then we'll exhale to bring the left hand down. Beautiful. Let's come into a downward facing dog now. So we'll tuck the toes. You might want to walk the hands out a little bit. And we'll lift the hips. So you're kind of making an upside down V shape. You can go ahead and pedal out through the feet. Just getting to familiarize yourself with the shape. So the head and the neck is relaxing between the upper arms. The hips, the tailbone is lifted as the heels ground down towards the mat. They don't have to be touching. We just want a nice long spine here. Beautiful. At the end of your next exhale, let's bend generously through the knees. We'll lift our gaze between our hands, and then we'll make our way into a forward fold. So you can walk your feet towards your hands, or maybe your hands towards your feet. The feet can be whichever distance apart feels comfortable in your hips. We'll go ahead and bend the knees. Allow the body, the upper body, to kind of flop. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we're going to slowly roll our way up to standing. So we're only going to do a couple of things standing before we make our way back down. Let's ground the shoulder blades underneath the heart space. We're going to have our palms of our hands facing forward. So I'm going to turn so you can see me. I'm going to shift my blanket as well. So in our mountain pose in Tadasana, the feet are grounding into the earth. So all four corners of the feet. So you might want to lift your toes and then ground them back down. So we're pressing our body weight evenly through front and back, inside and outside. Have a soft bend in the knees as the tailbone is tucking under. And as we're finding length in the spine, we need to kind of knit your ribs together so we're not splaying them out here. So you kind of feel this upward current of energy running through the front of the body and a grounding current of energy down the back. As you inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up overhead, palms facing one another this time. And as you exhale, bending the knees, bring the hands down towards the feet as the head and neck relax. Then inhale to lift halfway so the hands can slide up the front of the feet to the shins. So you can feel that nice flat back so you can balance a cup of tea. And exhale to release back into a forward fold. As you inhale, we're going to sweep the arms out to the sides, all the way up. Again, palms facing. And as you exhale, bringing the arms back down alongside the body, back to Tadasana with the palms facing in. Let's do that once more. We inhale to reach the arms up, palms facing each other. Exhale, bending in the knees as much as you need to, folding forward. Inhale again, lifting halfway, tucking the chin so you can feel length in the back of your neck. And exhale to release. We'll inhale to lift the body, lift the arms. And exhale to lower the arms back down. Beautiful. Closing the eyes, taking a couple of cycles of breath here. Beautiful. Coming into another standing posture, the last one. We'll come to stand at the top of your mat if you're not already there. And we're going to step the right foot back. We're going to open up to that right side, that long edge of the mat. So the left foot is parallel to what was the front edge of the mat, now the back. And we're going to turn the right foot to face what was the back, now the front of your mat. And that front heel is roughly in line with the arch of the back foot. I want you to go ahead and bend your right knee so we're lowering the hips. And if your front knee is flying beyond the front of the foot, the toes, then I invite you to either lift out a little bit and stay here, or inch that foot forward and then bend that knee again. So you want to be able to see your big toe. So want this nice opening into the hips. The head's above heart and the heart's above the pelvis. So the body is facing this direction. You're going to bring the arms to shoulder level to look past the right fingertips. This is Virabhadrasana 2, our warrior 2. As we inhale, we're going to bring the left hand to our thigh, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling, and exhale back to our warrior 2, bringing the pinkies back, nice open chest. Once more, we'll inhale to bring the right fingertips up towards the ceiling as we bring our left hand down, and exhale, warrior 2. Let's hold here for a couple of cycles of breath. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we'll straighten the right leg, and we'll exhale to bring the arms in. We'll turn the right toes in so the foot's parallel to the back of the mat. We'll turn the left toes forward. So we're just doing the same on the other side. Again, let's bend that front knee. Check we can see the left toe. We'll bring the arms to shoulder level. As we inhale, we'll bring the right hand down as the left hand reaches towards the ceiling. Then we'll exhale back to warrior two. Once more, inhale. So lift the left arm, lower the right, and exhale. Virabhadrasana 2, and let's pause here for a couple of cycles of breath, pulling the pinky fingers back. Beautiful. As you inhale, let's straighten that left leg. We'll exhale to bring the arms in. We'll step that back foot to the top of the mat, coming back to Tadasana, our mountain pose. Let's make our way back down. We'll inhale to sweep the arms overhead and exhale to bow and fold forward. We'll inhale to lift halfway. And as we exhale, we'll bring our hands to the mat. We'll step our feet all the way back, so briefly in plank, and then we'll lift our hips so we are returning to that downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhaling lots of love in and exhaling lots of love out. On your next inhale, let's bring the knees down to the mat as we lower the belly and lift the gaze. And as we exhale, we'll untuck the toes, send the hips back, coming into a child's pose. So the forehead might touch the ground, or you might like to maybe bend the elbows and stack the hands and rest your forehead on the little pillow you've created. If child's pose doesn't feel very restful for you, you can go ahead and sit up. This is your practice. Beautiful. On your next inhale, let's lift the head, walk the hands in, come to sit on our bottom. Again, if you have your blanket handy, you might want to sit on the edge of it. We're going to come into a Ardha Matsyendrasana, a seated twist. So let's bring the legs out in front, the right toes pointing towards the face. We'll bring the left knee in. We'll cross the left foot to the outside of the right knee. We're going to open the right arm out to the side as we inhale to really feel that length and find that opening. And as you exhale, we're going to come into the twist. So we're going to bring our right hand to the knee, or the elbow wrapping around the knee. The left arm, the hand rests on the floor behind you, looking over that left shoulder. As you inhale, we're going to turn the gaze. So you're facing your right foot, toes pointing towards the face. And then we'll exhale to come back, looking over your left shoulder. Let's stay here. 2 cycles of breath. On your next inhale, turning the gaze to look forward, and then we'll exhale to release. So releasing the twist, we'll send the left leg out long, maybe recentering yourself if you need to. Let's bring the right knee in, across the right foot to the outside of the left knee, left toes pointing towards the face. So the right knee is towards the chest. We'll inhale the left arm out to the side. Find that length, and as you exhale, we'll bring the left hand or elbow to wrap around the right knee. Right hand behind you on the floor, looking over your right shoulder. We'll inhale to turn the gaze back towards your left toes, and then we'll exhale, coming into the twist and holding here. Again, for 2 cycles of breath. Beautiful. Your next inhale turns the gaze forward, and then we'll exhale to release. Last pose. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So again, option to sit on your folded blanket. Again, toes pointing towards the face. And as we fold forward, you can bend your knees as much as you need to. We'll inhale to lift the arms overhead. We'll find that length really reaching, lengthening the back of the neck as well. And then we'll exhale to fold forward, the belly resting on the thighs, the hands meeting the feet or the shins. Once more, we'll inhale to lift up out of our forward fold and exhale, navel drawing in as you fold forward. Let's take a couple of cycles of breath here. Beautiful. As you inhale, let's lift up, reaching the arms, and then we'll exhale to bring the hands down, resting for a moment. And now taking Shavasana. So when you're ready, coming to lay down on your mat. The legs might be extended, or the knees bent with the soles of the feet on the mat. Feel free to cover yourself with a blanket. Maybe prop your knees on a pillow or rest your head on a pillow, whatever feels right for you. Let's go ahead and close the eyelids. I want you to feel your back resting on the earth. It's almost as if the earth is rising up to meet you, giving you a hug as you release your day. Giving yourself these moments to relax. Now I invite you to stay here for as long as you like. I'm going to go ahead and end this class. We'll be here all day. Bringing the hands together and the thumbs coming to the third eye. May this practice serve all sentient beings. May all beings be happy, healthy, and free. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today.